was a cycle. I'd always find myself in these kind of predicaments. I could tell numerous stories where I almost lost my life.
Well, Miguel, when he turned 2, a little after 2, we noticed that he wasn't really speaking much. And so we went seeking the pediatrician for help. And we really had no help there. A friend of mine told me about Metrocare and that I could receive a lot of help. And so that's how I came to Metrocare and immediately started therapy for him. I've been involved with Metrocare since Miguel was about 4. So it's been about 7 years, going on 8.
I'd been living on the streets in downtown Dallas for 3.5 years. I had my first breakdown when I was 16 and spent a couple of years inpatient after that until I was 18 in a place called Discoveryland, where you lived in the woods in tents and traveled the United States and Canada backpacking, rock climbing, caving, canoeing, cross-country skiing. And after that, every year and a half or two, between year and a half and 2.5 years, I've had kind of a breakdown where I become real paranoid and psychotic and disappear into the woods and live in the woods for 6 months and walk out in another state 2,000 miles away. And I've walked away from families, homes, everything over and over again. When you walk away, you don't have friends, you don't have family, you don't have anything. And now really most of my friends work for Metrocare. If it wasn't for Metrocare, I probably wouldn't be alive.
My primary care physician, he did all he could do, and as I recall, he is the one that recommended me to come to Metrocare. Once there, I just soaked it up like a sponge. There's a certain way to do things and that you learn as you grow, and I carried on those principles in the learnings of Metrocare.
I have been involved with Metrocare for 5 years now. After I started seeing the doctors there, I was contacted by someone at Metrocare that they were starting a program for early onset of bipolar and mental illness. And I was surrounded by a team of caseworkers who would regularly come to my house, and they would work with me through different goals and objectives that I had in my life. I had people talk to me about my family, my career, my future goals. They really surrounded me with people who cared. And through that support and that stability, I was able to create a foundation. And I realized how important it is to have a support system. At Metrocare, I was able to realize my goals, even to the point where I can start giving back. So every day, waking up, going to work, it doesn't even feel like a job, to be honest, because it's really a privilege that I can give back to an organization that has done a lot for me.
Metrocare exists to make a meaningful impact in the lives of the individuals and families we serve experiencing behavioral health challenges in our community. In my role at Metrocare, I am responsible for engaging the community as well as donors to help them understand the important work that we do. The stories that we've shared with you today are examples of the many faces I see each day at Metrocare. With your support, Metrocare can continue its mission to meet the needs of our community. Given the crisis our nation is currently experiencing as it relates to mental health, the work we do at Metrocare is incredibly important. Will you help us make a difference?